Visit LegalZoom.com to save on legal needs like wills for $69, LLCs for $99 plus filing fees, and also get access to a network of legal plan attorneys for guidance. LegalZoom is not a law firm but provides self-help services at your specific direction. Visit LegalZoom.com by clicking the banner on our website. That's MikeO'MaraShow.com and click the LegalZoom banner.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
You know, Oscar,
Yes?
one of the things I love the most is, of course, minor league baseball.
Oh, you're a big fan? Not at all.
I know you missed out when we were in Portland. I went to a Sea Dogs game.
Was that your first minor league game?
No, because I used to go in college. I went to see the Braves in Richmond.
Okay, that's fair.
But there is a new AAA affiliate in El Paso, and it is they've chosen a new team name. Now, there were several names in contention. They tried out the Aardvarks, the Buckaroos, the Desert Gators.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
Sundogs.
Sundogs.
None of these were chosen. What they chose was the El Paso Chihuahuas.
Oh, God.
Good opening. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Yeah. Arriba. Yeah, the El Paso Chihuahuas. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hold on a second. Is this the studio?
It is.
Hold on a second.
No.
No big potty.
No, I'm not going to do that. I only do that when no one is in here.
Frankie, you're famous now.
I'm going to be the mascot of the Chihuahuas. I am looking forward to that. I really think it's going to be a good time. And it's about time that the Chihuahua got the respect that they deserve by being a mascot for a sports team, no?
I am curious.
See.
How is it that you are able to come in?
Can I say one other thing?
Yes.
This cartel violence.
Not time and place.
Just kidding.
Time and place, Francis.
Man, you do not want to be around the border.
Of course not.
Frankie. You look at somebody cross-eye, you get your head chopped off.
And you can't help but do that.
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah, but one eye goes in one direction, the other goes in the other direction, and they bug out of my head.
We should introduce. This is Mike's Chihuahua, Frankie, and he.
Hey, hold on. I think somebody's outside. Hold on.
Stop it!
You're on the air, Frankie.
What?
You're fine.
Oh, okay.
Be a little bit of a professional, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just get really nervous if somebody comes to the door.
How is it that you're even in here? You've been in the crate all week.
Mr. O'Mara has put me in the crate.
Who?
Mr. O'Mara.
Oh, Mr. O'Mara.
He has put me in the crate because I pooped in the bathroom upstairs.
Oh, that is not
Well,
good.
you know what, Moses? Do you think you're like a human and pooping in the bathroom is what you should do?
What the problem is during this time of year, you see, the temperature plummets. And this jet stream coming down from Canada has resulted in temperatures in the 40s throughout the area today. And I'm not going poop outside when it's in the 40s.
Would it ever get that cold in your hometown of Tampico?
Tampico, it would never get that. What is it, 80 degrees every day? 80 every day. I poop outside all the time. I never poop inside my adobe house.
When you were down in Tampico, would you
Tampico.
Would you poop in the dirt road out front, the dusty dirt road?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I would. That's where I would poop, and you would go, Frankie's been here.
That's right.
And then I would wait under the table while my master would finish his morning breakfast of huevos rancheros.
Well, Mr. Frankie.
Sí.
If you don't mind.
Buenos dias.
How'd you get the
¿Cómo
news?
está, amigo?
Buenos dias.
How are you?
How did you get the news that you were going to be the mascot?
Well, it is not me. It is the name, you see. I want to
So
be
you
the
no
mascot.
longer have, you don't have the job yet.
The name of the El Paso team is the El Paso Chihuahuas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would like to go down there because I think I've got skills. I have a beautiful long-haired Chihuahua. I would look so good. And I can also make that a Chihuahua face for El Paso.
Oh, that's good.
Hold on. I think somebody coming by outside.
Stop it.
They play at Audio Mexicano Stadium, right?
Bueno, yes, see.
Yeah.
And I think the Chihuahuas will be a good name, and I think we're going to go to the championship. I'm not sure which championship it is. Is it A-ball or double A-ball?
It's AAA.
It's AAA!
Yeah, almost.
Oh, that's almost the major leagues! Yay!
When you were in your puppy
Hold
hood-
on just a second.
Okay. No.
No
No,
problem.
I'm not going to do that to you.
When you were a
Hi,
puppy.
Pony. How you doing, Pony?
Great, I just picked up 7 of your the other day.
Thank you very much, Pony. Even though we didn't hear you because the microphone. How you doing? I understand. How you doing with the board today?
Let's move forward.
Let's move forward, shall we?
Remember when you were a puppy?
You think you got some unusual news? Anyway, go ahead.
Remember when you were a puppy in Tampico?
See.
What would you do during Fiesta?
I would be, what I did when I was a young dog, only 2 months old.
Yeah.
I got up on my hind legs, and I would dance with a tiny little sombrero that my master gave me, and it was fantastic.
The sombrero actually came on a bottle of tequila.
Yes, it was a tiny little plastic sombrero. And I would dance like that, and people would laugh and good time. I just want to say, I am going to El Paso as soon as I can run away from Mr. O'Mara.
I understand that you know, how are things with your buddy, Beluga?
You really want to talk about that?
I do.
No.
He is no well.
He
is no well.
Really?
He is no well.
Because I thought that he could also, if you were going to get a job, he could get a job.
Oh, yeah, what the...
There's a AA team called the Montgomery Doorstops.
Asshole!
No, you can't say that!
Start the show!
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
There is an epidemic failure within the game to understand what is really happening. And this leads people who run Major League Baseball teams to misjudge their players and mismanage their teams. People who run ball clubs, they think in terms of buying players. Your goal shouldn't be to buy players. Your goal should be to buy wins. And in order to buy wins, you need to buy runs. You're trying to replace Johnny Damon. The Boston Red Sox see Johnny Damon and they see a star who's worth $7.5 million a year. When I see Johnny Damon, what I see is an imperfect understanding of where runs come from. The guy's got a great glove. He's a decent leadoff hitter. He can steal bases, but is he worth the $7.5 million a year that the Boston Red Sox are paying him? No. Baseball thinking is medieval. They are asking all the wrong questions. And if I say it to anybody, I'm ostracized. I'm a leper. So that's why I'm cagey about this with you. That's why I respect you, Mr. Bean. And if you want full disclosure, I think it's a good thing that you got Damon off of your payroll. I think it opens up all kinds of interesting possibilities.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Speedwagon, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
That's Billy Bean. Billy Bean. Billy Bean's still doing it for the Oakland A's. I mean, they were in the postseason. They didn't get that far, but the fact is they were in the postseason. So, who knows? Maybe Moneyball is the real thing. Here's Boston on WABA. Live from Studio 1K in the Fiberplex Broadcast Center, this is the Mike O'Mara Show. We are downloaded worldwide over 20 million times and powered by Encore Insurance. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com, 102.9.
You know what? It's a great time of year for Kelly because he loves baseball.
And the mighty 1630 KCJJ in Iowa today, Wednesday, October 23, 2013. And we are brought to you today by AC Lens, aclens.com, your full-service direct delivery contact lens supply company. AC Lens rocks. They have an easy-to-use website, unlike the federal government with healthcare.
No, this one works.
Great prices and amazing customer service. AC Lens is your one-stop shop for all your optical needs. Rob's wife, Carrie, uses AC Lens, and you should too. She loves it.
Who wants to screw around with getting contact lenses? You just want to have them, right?
That's
so
right.
Get your prescription off the side of the box.
I'd want to
the
have them
website.
if I could wear them, but I'm not allowed to wear them.
I wanted you to have contacts that made you look like a husky.
I might get some for
one
Frankie.
One blue and one green. But it's so easy. You just plug in your prescription. 3 days later, 4 days later, they're at your door.
One-stop shop.
And at great prices.
They sell every contact lens available in the United States, and they have a 365-day guarantee at aclens.com. You can get style you can afford and quality you can see. Just go to aclens.com, or you can order on the phone as well, 888-248-LENS. Order yours today. Go to aclens.com, click on the microphone, and enter the code TMOS20. That's TMOS20 for 20% off on all orders with free returns on everything. That promo, again, is TMOS20, and please play the disclaimer.
Offer may not be combined with any other coupon sales or special offers of AC Lens, offer not valid on Ray-Ban, Polo, Ralph Lauren, DKNY, Smith, Suntown, Superdry, or Oakley brand products.
Start getting 20% off today at aclens.com. Well, it's the big day. The big day has finally come. It is the opening of the World Series, and I'm very, very excited.
Yes, I'm very excited myself. Who's in it again?
Come on.
No, I'm kidding.
Come on.
Do you know?
Come on, Shally.
It is the Cardinals and the Red Sox.
And where do the Cardinals play?
They play, of course, in Phoenix, right?
Oh, no.
St. Louis. It's a classic team. Classic team. The
St.
Cardinals.
Louis. Did you see the little picture that I updated with the boy with his Red Sox jersey on?
I'm going to tell you something that's going to drive you nuts.
Okay.
For the past 2 days, every time I've tried to access your Facebook page, it comes back, link is broken.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You know the reason
why
I'm shocked by this is because I liked your page this morning.
Really?
Yes.
You were able to get to it?
Yes.
But did you access it mobily or on like a desktop?
I couldn't tell you. I think I was on my desktop.
Why
doing
can't you
some
tell
show
me?
prep. I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Will there ever be?
I might have been on the crapper.
Will there be a
classy?
Will there be a social?
So that would be mobile.
Will there be a social networking? Device that I'll be able to use because I have to leave Facebook. It's just not working.
You can Twitter.
You can go to Bebo.
Bebo's not popular.
It's for little kids, I think.
It's for little. It's tights.
Oh, you know what would be good for him? Have you ever done Club Penguin?
That's ancient.
I know.
My daughter
Friendster?
Elizabeth did Club Penguin.
Oh, you could.
That's what
back...
Julia told me.
I remember she was doing Club Penguin, and then they talked about they had creep boys that were on Club Penguin. That they were men on Club Penguin. That's how sick that was.
I was really upset because I saw her write down Club Penguin. I thought it was a to-do list. And she was not actually clubbing penguins.
No, but that lady that Langer turned me on to, Annie from Facebook.
Annie Facebook.
Yeah. She just bailed. I mean, she completely and utterly bailed.
See if you can get to Mike's page on your computer, Oscar.
I got a one-sentence response that was something. I remember I read it on the show, right, where she just completely blew me off and said, "That's it." And the people, I really want to get it fixed.
I was I know that you've been
so frustrated.
You have the ongoing trouble of not being able to read your news feed. And
speaking of my news feed, I'm gonna ask you if this is the icon that you get because I go to mine right here.
I can see it.
Yeah, he comes right up.
Tell me, if
Michael O'Mara. I see little Michael.
That's what I got. Yes,
because I get it too.
I see little Michael.
You do?
Yeah.
Wow, because and this has been 2 days for me. I was going to yesterday attribute it to a one-time thing, but I saw you put up the picture of me and the waxy Wayne Newton,
right?
And I wanted to see how people reacted.
Can I say to our listeners, really, how grateful I am for all the people that have been aware of my bitching about this Facebook situation, and they will send me different links and they will send me different information. None of it all ever seems to work, but the fact is people are out there trying more than the lady at Facebook. It was just like, whatever.
Remember my call on that conversation?
Yeah, you said it would be a debacle.
And the problem is,
I don't even know if she's from Facebook.
I think you probably invested too much in the fact that her name came from Sir Humpington.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, because
we all Langer's fine.
We thought it was going to be fixed immediately.
I have got you on my mobile device, and I have you on my computer.
So there's
no
a little
problem.
guy. There's a little the picture.
Oh, that's
of the
a
little
good
guy.
picture.
So user error.
Meanwhile, when I went to your page, all I got was a thumbs up with a bandage on it.
Yeah, and that's they
and you're getting it too.
Well, I think a big part of the discussion on today's show should be technology in general because we are in a situation now. I want to start with this because it's top of mind.
Okay.
I feel so sad, so bad for the people that may have been sitting out there waiting for this legislative battle to conclude so that they can get health care.
Right.
And I am just so amazingly pissed off that here you win the legislative battle and you've got it done. The war is over. It's gone to the Supreme Court.
Right.
It's gone through the Congress. They've tried to repeal it 30 times in Congress. It's gone through the Senate. You win that, and it became apparent as I was watching a video of Barack Obama doing his campaign thing again.
Oh, I'm so tired of that.
And it's really crap.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, that's all. You know what? That's what they're good at. They're great at campaigning.
Yep.
They're not great at governing. They're not. I mean, this is the classic example of governing right now. It's terrible. Now, I don't think the other team is any better at all, but this is his signature piece of legislation, and you have less than 10% of people that go to that website that have been able to sign up for health care coverage. It's bull crapola.
Yours truly has to sign up for Obamacare before the new year.
Right.
And I got a letter in the mail 2 days ago that said, look, you are with X company. The new rules and regulations your current plan does not fall into, so you're going to have to resubscribe through this government website for the plan that we offer through the government.
You've spent a good chunk of time yourself because you really need to get it.
Now, are you getting Obamacare or Fantanacare?
Oh, well, I take Fantanacare. But
and real quick, before you move on, can you please show the Ustream viewers your hands?
There you go.
He's got that coat on again.
Chilly.
It's
chilly outside.
You know what? I hope that Obamacare covers that coat.
He taped his other show last night.
I really hate that coat.
That's why he comes in. He's always weird after he tapes his show.
Why am I weird?
You're weird.
I'm awesome.
You're awesome.
If weird's awesome.
It's like this is Monday. Oscar is like, hey, how you doing? I had a good weekend. That's good. Tuesday, Tuesday Oscar is like, hey, everything's getting done. I'm ready to go. Wednesday Oscar is like, man.
Thursday Oscar is a wild card.
It's better than
you talking about BB and a tampon.
It's better than Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Raw, happy, raw, happy.
Hey, that's me. That's the way I am.
I guess that would be you.
I'm consistently inconsistent.
He is. Oscar, to be fair, he is as God made him.
Tiger face.
Right.
And then Friday Oscar, which is...
Well, that's because we have Team Soft happy hours. I can't help that. So, to my point.
I like it when you're on the wagon.
I have to pay $50 more, it looks like, for a comparable plan. That's what they're telling me.
So
for the greater good. And I'm healthy, baby.
Are you
all
not
these
allowed?
cripples out there, I got to pay for you, and I'm willing to.
Now, why were you looking at me when you said all these cripples out there? You got to pay for me. Why were you looking at me
you're in my
directly in my
line of sight, Michael?
God damn it!
That's all I got.
He called you Michael.
I'm sorry, Mike.
You know what?
Little Michael's healthy.
Mike is getting around better than he has in years, and I applaud you for that.
I'm sitting up and I'm eating cake.
Now, do you have to switch to Fantanacare?
I have to.
Why?
Because they won't. The government does not accept my current plan. That doesn't fall in line with the rules and regulations. They told me you're basically out.
Explain when you say the government doesn't accept your current plan.
Yeah, because this to me is a new facet. Are you aware of this?
Are you trying to get cheaper health insurance?
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Right.
And I'd pay for it the rest of my life. I wouldn't sign it for Obamacare if I didn't have to.
Okay.
Right? Because I already have my premium. I pay for it. I'm healthy. I don't have any pre-existing conditions. I don't have anything like that.
Are you insured through any other business?
No, by myself.
By yourself.
Yes, right. And it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, because you're an individual.
They wrote me and said, as of January 1st.
This is from Blue Cross.
Yeah, you've got no more insurance under this plan. You have to choose one of our new plans that's through the government that meets government regulations.
So this is Blue Cross that told you this?
Yes.
And so Blue Cross basically says to you, go to Healthcare.gov because you have to sign up.
And because they also, some of these healthcare companies, this is a big misnomer, are also, and this is what the beauty of it is. The more healthy people that sign up for Obamacare, the better off the plans will be, right?
Sure.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
But a lot of these companies...
This poor young lady has been exposed.
I know.
This poor young lady has been exposed on the television so often.
And you know what? I bet you that is some lady that
she is the face of death
I
now.
bet she goes to like Delaware State University and was given $40 for that standard stock image. And now she is the face of a broken country.
I go to the...
Sucks to be her.
I go to the website, right? And I see that face. And I say, I'm going to sign up because I want to...
Because it looks so easy, doesn't it, when you first go to that page?
This is going to be as easy as opening my Facebook account. No big deal. I go through it, and I get the waiting room. And I say, this is what people are talking about. Now, some may say on the upside, Oscar, you have basically 2.5 months to get your health insurance.
Right.
On the downside... If you're going to make me effing change my plan, make it effing easy.
Yeah.
I'm a healthy guy that's willing to pay a little more if I have to for the greater good. I don't know that for sure.
And you know what? They didn't drag their feet cashing your checks for the last 10 years.
Hell no!
As we're doing the show right now, because this is a little experiment, because I've done it like a lot of people. It's not like this is an unusual thing, doing a broadcast and actually trying to apply. I have gotten to the Get Started icon. Let's get started. Your first step is to set up a Marketplace account. We'll ask you for some basic information, then you'll move along to the Marketplace application. I've hit Get Started.
All right, here we go.
We have 70 megabytes. That is our speed that I'm working on right here.
Yeah.
This is not a computer
down,
issue.
Baby.
This is 70 download.
Now you're talking nerd sex.
I know, but the fact is, Get Started is waiting.
Yeah.
So I am waiting now.
You could actually go rent Get Shorty, watch that movie, and then you'd still be on Get Started on the Healthcare.gov site.
So I'm still waiting. It just sucks.
Get started!
It sucks.
Yes. So I'm with you.
Start me up, baby.
Fix that website. Your boy's got to be insured.
What shocks me about this, I think this is the first time I've heard, and I'm not like really into this whole thing, Because
no, he's not into healthcare.
No, I'm not trying to dig in because it's not. It's not,
but you said that
but this is
you
the
might
first
need
time,
it yourself, right?
Well, we want to. We
Right.
want to get at it. I'm not about to jump in yet because it's saying it's like saying to someone, "Hey, the pool is 32 degrees. You want to jump in?" No, not yet. Let's let the dust settle.
You're right, but I mean, the fact is that
there should be no dust.
By the
You're
what
right.
is now? What is the deadline? Is it January 1st?
As of January, it's sometime within the first 2 months of this
2014.
But is this the first time you've heard of the fact that a major company like Blue Cross, one of the biggest, is saying you need to change? I have not heard of that yet.
They're all doing that for individuals. He has individual health care.
But
so
if you're
he
in a
doesn't
group,
get it through, if you're in a group, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because you're not going to get any information if you're in a group. The fact is, though, one of the things I have not heard, and I've watched all the talking heads. In fact, I became a little obsessive about it yesterday, watching CNN, watching Fox, watching MSNBC, watching all these talking heads with this problem. And then I went back and I watched Meet the Press, watched that last night where they had Secretary Lou. And one of the things you hear from the reporters when they ask the question is how much money has been spent. They compare it to Facebook. They compare it to other huge, successful companies that are online. What you don't hear is if I go and I buy an automobile, and my automobile is defective, and I take it back to the shop 4 times, there is a law in place called the Lemon Law where you take the car back, and if your car is defective, you get your money back.
Right.
So when you hear about all of this money being spent, and then we are now going into weeks of this system not functioning,
right?
Why isn't anyone talking about that?
Refund, baby.
I mean, it is refund time.
Give me my refund.
Or you bring in, we had a government shutdown when nobody got paid. Bring the people in. If they have to come back, I'm sorry, you screwed it up. You're not going to get the satchels of cash that you normally get until you get it fixed.
I hate
it was
to
supposed
say,
to be right.
I hate to say it, but I think everyone sort of accepts the fact you're saying this.
Yeah.
But the grand scheme,
everybody accepts the fact. It's the government.
It's the government. It's the government. So there's a new set of rules.
It's crap.
And that is crap.
That is crap.
Because you know what?
Into the consulting business.
It is not. It is not the government that's paying for that. It's us.
And it is, I believe, an IT company in Virginia. That has done this. Yes, terrific.
It's
Virginia, where rush hour begins seriously at 1:00 on Thursday.
It's Dewey, Fleeson, and Howe.
That's when people come back because works. Really, I think it's really important to point out we live here, and the work ethic that exists within the federal government, predicated solely not on productivity, predicated on schedule, lifestyle, as far as when they're going in. And I'm talking about young people that are going to be thinking about their trip to Ocean City on Tuesday, as opposed to people maybe even on Wall Street like my brother-in-law who went to work at 4:30 in the morning and came back on average, and I'm not exaggerating here, at 8 o'clock at night. You hear people go, oh, Wall Street, these people with all the money. There is a work ethic that exists within the investment banking world that is it supersedes what our government contractors do.
You are right at its core from my personal experience. I actually interned, I had 2 summers at a certain department inside of on the Hill. Right?
You worked in a government
in a government office.
He was a page, but a sexual page.
Simply for sex.
That's right.
That's what he did.
Paid internship.
It was the Department of Keeping It Tight.
But you should be said, the payment was usually 10s and 20s that were stuffed into your jacket.
Yes.
Jacket, G-string. And you know what? He was the one that first told me about this Sebelios lady. He said, Trey Bonable. She is Trey Bonable.
He could do her. You know, for an older lady, he was okay with that.
Oh, this was some time
I didn't know.
ago.
When did you work in the government?
Right out of college.
Really?
Was this the American government?
Yes. They took me. They took me.
You really did?
Yes.
Can you mention the department?
Oh, yeah, Department of Labor.
Department of Labor.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Boom.
Classic.
Oh, God, he could have helped you out when you had the baby.
Right there.
Classic example of the federal government. So you're an insider.
Just like, and this is, we're removed, 10 years, 12 years, I don't know. I will say that just like any other workspace,
right?
You have your A-grade employees that are there before you get there, and they don't leave until after you've left.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
They are working their way up.
We call those the Matt Blooms.
And then you've got the guys and gals that are just really cashing a paycheck.
Yeah.
And it is eternally hard to fire a federal employee.
Oh,
you
yeah.
think it was hard at CBS Radio?
Right.
You think it was hard at your current job if you're listening to my voice right now, how many write-ups or demerits you have to write?
You get a lot of lifers.
Yes.
A lot of lifers.
And that's the difference also. You're looking at the difference between a job and a career. If you have a career in the government, if you care, You're going to be the one that gets there on time and does your job.
Right.
But there are the people that realize, wait a second, I don't need to be the best. I just have to not be the worst.
But what kills me about this whole thing, and you hear all the talk about it, you hear how much money has been spent, but the fact is, well, if it's been spent and you got a product that is not working, the way it works in with consumers is you get some sort of refund, or, hey, we're going to make that good. My God, it happens in radio. You know, we miss a commercial. If we miss a scheduled commercial, it's called a make good.
It's on both ends.
Right.
And it's so big. So, for example, about 6 months ago, there was a story on the nightly news about the U.S. Air Force, how they were trying to build some sort of common database, and there was a government contractor in the Virginia area, because that's where most of them are,
right?
Simply because the proximity to D.C.,
yep.
that was going to buy this, put the system together. Mismanagement from both ends.
Right.
The government and the contractor.
Absolutely.
Left us with $1 billion write-down.
Yeah.
$1 billion.
Yeah, and that's not going to, and that's money the taxpayer's not going to get back.
Never get back.
No.
And therein lies the problem. And the same thing when I watch,
Mismanagement.
anybody who watched 60 Minutes this week would have seen the piece about the PACs that are exist.
The super PACs.
You can't use, here's the law, a congressman, senator, any of the politicians.
Leadership PACs. That's what they're called. I saw the piece.
Leadership PACs.
Yes.
They can't use campaign money that's directly put into them, but if it's put into one of those BS leadership PACs, they can use it for their personal
Pebble
gain.
Beach, baby, let's go.
All the time.
Insane.
I want a
It's
leadership
insane.
PAC.
It is pitchfork time. It is pitchfork time. Look,
We can go to
60% of
Applebee's.
people, I mean, we ought to tear it down, baby.
Start from new.
Anarchy!
No, you see, that's
anarchy!
That might be a bit much.
No, come on. What do
You
you
don't
want
want
for
anarchy.
vendetta?
You want to
gonna
really
wear a
lose your
mask?
tax money? Go anarchy.
I don't
They'll
know.
laugh and run back to Bolivia with
Yeah.
him in the Department of Labor.
Well, it's not working, Rob.
I understand.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back, and I will talk about my son, something that will cheer us all up a little bit. We'll be right back. I want to thank everybody that has contacted me and told me that they have a small business, or that they were just taking care of some personal business and they used LegalZoom. If you're not
awesome.
taking advantage of this, you are missing out. LegalZoom is a wonderful website where you can go right now and take care of wills, LLCs. You can incorporate. If you are starting up a small business and you're saying, I need some structure, I need some legal work here, you really owe it to yourself to check out LegalZoom. The economy is picking up, and the longer that you wait, the longer you delay your potential success. LegalZoom's online process will guide you. They'll walk you step by step through this whole thing for total customer support. It is so easy, and it amazes me because I'm somebody back from old school before LegalZoom was invented.
Yes.
Where you have to go into the big oak panel wall
Yes.
and deal with the stodgy attorney who's going to charge you $1 gazillion to get something done. Now you go to LegalZoom, and if you say, I don't have a will, but I really think it might be a good idea to investigate it,
Doing
check
that
it
this
out.
weekend.
You can do it.
How
You
many
can knock it
times?
out.
How many times in your personal life or even your professional life you put something off because you think it's cost prohibitive? It can be the smartest thing in the world to do, but you don't do it because you can't afford it. Now you can.
Don't wait on the sidelines while others are taking charge of their futures. Now is the best time. And I'm not talking about businesses. I'm talking about personal use
Sure.
as well. Don't put this off. For incorporation, trademarks, patents, and more, wills, anything you need for legal work, go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click the LegalZoom banner. Remember, our website, and click LegalZoom. And they will even provide self-help services at your specific directions. And here's the best part. You'll say, well, it's a website. No, they can connect you to an attorney, but they aren't a law firm. Do you know what that means, folks? You save money.
Yes.
You save money. So get started. Even your smallest little legal task, if you didn't want to go see a lawyer about it, you just want to go to the website, it's LegalZoom, and click their banner ad at MikeO'MaraShow.com. We thank you in advance for that. So I got the boy all ready for the World Series today. I didn't. His mother dressed him and then brought him to me, and I signed off on it. As it should be.
What's
Looking
involved
good.
in getting a toddler? Not even a toddler, an infant.
An infant.
Infant. What do you do to prepare an infant for the World Series? I'm guessing just an outfit. He doesn't have to know rules or anything.
Because of our very generous listening audience,
Yes.
who I hope will be generous enough to swamp the LegalZoom website today.
Yes, please do.
Our website. Through,
Our website, yes. It's LegalZoom.com. Thank you. They're on my brain. I will tell you that. I wonder why. So anyway, what she does
Why can't you
is
be focused like me?
the general... yeah.
Focus.
Wish you were on vacation this week, Oscar. Anyway,
I'd love a vacation.
okay.
You can take one.
So the listeners have been so generous with Red Sox stuff for the
Yeah.
infant son
Infant.
and infant.
Red Sox man.
So she brings him in today, and he's got the Red Sox shirt on, and he's cute, and he's got his baseball ski cap, which is just adorable, and I love that. And then Carla says, "Oh, look at that! Look at his big old head. He's an O'Mara." And I'm getting that every time. It's like, oh, look at whenever it's like, look at those beautiful eyes. He's got such intelligent eyes. They're blue, but he's got your eyes, Carla. Yeah. Or look at his gorgeous little mouth, his little perfect little mouth that he's got. He's got your mouth, Carla. But then it's just like, look at those ears, boy. He's got the O'Mara ears, doesn't he?
Every baby's like that. Now I've seen your kids don't.
Just tired of it.
It is unusually large.
Anything doughy or fat I get attributed to me.
But the stocking cap does fit.
Yeah, it's an adult size.
It is getting a little tight.
A little snug, huh?
It is getting a little bit tight.
It's not going to change the shape of his head if you leave it on too long.
I don't think so, but it does this thing where it kind of rides up the head, and
sure, all of a sudden, it shoots off.
All of a sudden, he'll be sitting there with it perfectly around his head in the morning, and then all of a sudden I'll glance over to the right, and he looks like the guy that cleans the ice at the Capitals. That is a really inside joke.
I love
that
it.
joke was for Goat. Goat, you know the guy I'm talking about. I don't know how that ski cap stays on his head.
No,
Have you ever seen that guy at the Washington Capitals?
I think he uses rubber cement.
He runs the Zamboni. You've seen this guy.
Yeah.
He's a black guy, and he has a ski cap that sits like a nipple right on the crown of his head.
He might as well
worry it's going to fall into the machine.
You do? You think it's going to happen like that?
He might as well have a duck pin up there. Because it does not look solid.
Look at Michael's little folds of fat in his arm. He's an O'Mara.
Look at his intense physical beauty like his mother. Look at his really freakishly large feet. Just like his paw.
Just like an O'Mara.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in my family.
How many outfits do you have like that?
I said this before. We got so many cool little Red Sox things for him, and people, running up to this. This is when I just couldn't believe it. I hope I said it enough on the air that the generosity of people that sent things for the baby just amazed us, and the little outfits, and then throw in this is my modern family, my niece Jessica, who's had 2 babies, and had little Max, who has now outgrown all of his baby clothes. And
does he have big ears like his uncle?
I really haven't stared at his ears.
Well, let's get.
I don't see him enough.
You should, though.
Well, I just did the math just quickly.
Yes,
a little O'Mara math.
Uh-huh.
I said, okay, so he sees his son in the morning when the king is presented to him.
Yes,
for a sign off, and then the king and Mrs. O'Mara leave for work.
Yes,
so they are gone.
Thank
and
you,
then
honey.
yesterday I saw Mr. O'Mara.
Right.
Going to, I think, was the movies by himself.
No, you're absolutely wrong.
Okay, well,
would you like to know what I was doing?
I would.
I was going to Carla's office's bank because Carla
that
had
was
given
nice
me.
of you.
Carla had given me. I went to Carla's office to pick up the deposits, and I made the deposits for her company
team
yesterday.
Player.
That's right.
I was going to call you. I was like, do you want to see a flick?
Do you know what I did after that?
What?
After that, I turned around and I went to the Costco to buy foodstuffs for dinner for her mother and us, which I incidentally cooked last night.
Mr. Mom.
Thank you. And
Look
yes,
at
because you know what I did during the afternoon yesterday? For 2.5 hours yesterday afternoon, I said, Carla, go up and take a nap, and I was with the king and hung out with the king yesterday.
So we're talking 3 hours.
I know you would have thought that I was going to the movies.
3 hours of king time.
I passed Oscar on the road. Oscar was going to his other job at Mangrates.
I passed him, too. He was on the corner selling oranges.
Hey, that's the morning job.
It was the overpass. It's just funny that we would both see you.
And so I went in.
They're on special.
They were. God, delicious, too. Where did Tampico?
I got that done. It was a lot of fun, but it was...
you thought, as soon as you saw me, you thought he thinks I'm going to the movies.
No, after the fact, I passed you and I said, I bet Oscar thinks I'm going to the Regal Cinemas to take in... in the cinema.
I would never guess movie in the afternoon.
I
know you do it, but it wouldn't be my first guess.
Once every 3 months or so, I'll take in the cinema. There's something I went to see Gravity by my wife. I like going to the movies by myself.
It's not bad seeing a movie by yourself.
I'm actually enjoying it now more than
really
before.
like it.
It's fun to do that. You can just go see what you want.
And that theater doesn't have DNA all over it.
No, it is. It's better than
like the Lee X Art Theater in Richmond.
No, let me tell you.
Or the Fox Chase. I'm sorry. Let me go a little closer to home.
We don't have to go to the Fox Chase either.
Really?
We should. It's the proximity is close enough where we should have a screening just so I can take you boys into my theater.
Oh, that place?
That place.
Abandoned theater?
The Manassas Cinemas.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the one near the bowling alley up there, right?
That's one where you will sit down in one of the chairs, and the chair will fold down, like, out forward and go down, like, brush up against your calves.
Yeah.
Because it's in that situation. It is, that is
but
the
it can't
DNA
be as bad.
theater.
And, Diana Barrett, one of our great listeners, loves when I mentioned the Fox Chase Cinemas, which
That's where they used to have porn.
In Alexandria.
I saw a porn there one time.
I never did, but I often read, I would take great delight in the titles that they would put in the paper.
I'm older than you, both you guys, and I went to porn when the only way you could see porn
I went to porn!
was to go to a porno.
Yeah.
And we'd go in high school. We'd sneak into the Manchester Twin to go in and
to see the Manchester Twins.
No, like
in running shorts.
I went with a couple of guys. I remember that.
That's normal.
I love that's gross. That is so gross.
All of you would wear your sweatpants.
Well, really, the pornography industry.
Nasty. That is so
Oscar,
disgusting.
the adult theater really came to its high point when they started selling nylon pants.
Oh God! And incidentally, no, the pants don't apply in a porno theater.
Oh yeah, they do.
No,
gives you room to work.
The nylon shorts apply when men go to
an adult club
to get a lap dance.
That's the next level, of course.
And I remember there was a
but
lady.
wouldn't it be painful to watch an adult movie in a theater with jeans on?
Well, mine are rather loose fitting. Thank you very
You want to
much.
go Dockers or a step even beyond.
I will say this:
stretch pants.
I've never Pee Wee Herman'd in the theater. So,
well, no, you're a respectful man. You just go and watch.
We took a bunch of guys, 5 guys, went from high school, and we went to the
Opened a burger
Manchester Twin.
place?
No, we just went to the Manchester Twin. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then I was like, I realized at that moment, in my mind, as we sat down and started watching this film, I said, this is fine, but I'm coming back when I don't have all these people.
Yeah, because you guys are all sexed up.
It was so nasty.
And you gotta get in a car
I don't
all
want to be
sexed
around
up.
other guys. I don't like watching stag films at a bachelor party.
We've discussed this before. When you go to a bachelor party and someone throws the Betamax on,
it's nasty.
and it's some ancient, some bad porno that someone else
Seika.
has chosen. Yeah,
Right.
and you know what? For me, that's really
I don't like watching
that's a
that.
one-on-one thing.
No, exactly. And you also have to think about you're already uncomfortable with as a man in public having a rager, let alone walking around with 5 of your buddies being like, what a scene, and like trying to do whatever you can just to hide it.
It's nasty, and I don't know.
Talk about a lack of legroom on the ride home.
I don't know how we got from my son to this subject.
Is that car stick? No, it is.
Yeah.
But it was a wonderful place, the Manchester Twin. But I think one day, maybe during the holidays, we take in a holiday film. And we go to, I think it's called the Manassas 6.
Do they ever do
like that?
Do
It's
they ever
6
do
theater.
revivals there? Because I'd like to see a great
No,
Christmas
Wizard
film
of
there.
Oz, they
No,
don't-
I was thinking Jingle All the Way.
It's 2013.
You would love to see Jingle All the
No, I
Way.
wouldn't.
Yes,
Let me just
you
say,
would, Dick.
Gravity, which is a state-of-the-art IMAX theater, you go and you see that. Seeing Gravity, which they're showing over at the Manassas ones, it's just, it looks like a print that you saw, when you ran a movie in high school.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have problem with sound bleed?
It's horrible.
Because there's an old theater that they've actually just redone into a legitimate theater called the Tally Ho in Leesburg. That was precisely.
Tally Ho.
It was built in the 30s or 40s as one of those big one-screen theaters.
Never been to the Tally Ho. I've been to the Tally Whacker, though.
Oh, that's also good. That's by the Fox Chase. But they split it. They split it into 2 theaters.
Really?
And there's no soundproofing. So I took the kids to see Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but all I heard was Batman Begins.
Yeah.
And it was horrible.
Even in the state-of-the-art theaters, with the sound systems they have now, and Gravity would be a great example of that, you really can't prevent a lot of that bleed over because, the sound systems are so loud and they run the volume level so hot in those. And this is Johnny Deafman saying that. They run it so hot. But this theater that I have, what's funny about it is they do show first-run films, but
they look like crap.
It's horrible.
That theater belongs on the set of Breaking Bad.
How's their popcorn?
When I was in there, it's funny. I was having popcorn there, and a guy sat down in back of me, and it was Jack Nicholson from The Departed.
You said it.
I actually own this theater. I own this theater. That's why we're meeting here in this bad place.
When you were talking like that, you sounded like Gene Simmons. And a man sat behind me.
I was enjoying my popcorn. Suddenly, Jack Nicholson sat down in back of me and said, "The seat of this particular theatrical chair is sticking to my jeans."
If Nicholson did own that theater, they wouldn't serve popcorn. They'd serve noodle salad.
Noodle salad.
And hard shells.
If they turn the lights up bright in that theater,
they never will.
I swear to God, it would be looking at something from Indiana Jones at the bottom of a pit.
I imagine that if you were really trying to go like cross across the aisle, you could lose a flip-flop.
And then there's, of course, just the bouquet that's in there. But man,
urine and Pepsi, I'm guessing.
But convenience.
I know you like the clothes.
It's convenience. And incidentally, when I get popcorn at that theater, I kind of hold it up like 5 feet. I just don't want the skeebies to get into the popcorn.
What, do you think they're going to be jumping?
Well, the fleas do tend to jump.
Yeah, but the sperm are mostly dead.
Welcome to the Head Lice Theater.
Head Lice Theater. The Head Lice 16.
We're delighted. But you know what?
Bed bugs.
We should take in the cinema because it's right down the street from where we're going to be doing our December thing.
Oh, that's right.
I'll wear
we
my
have
Halloween costume.
Oh, he doesn't know about our promotion.
Oh, you don't know about our promotion?
No idea.
Yeah,
all right, we'll tell you about that when we come back. Should we say? Is it too early to talk
we
about
can
that?
talk about it.
Rob's cord doesn't work.
I hate it.
Look at that. Do you want to start that again?
No, I want to go home.
We'll take a break. Come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show right after this.
Another road where maybe I could see another kind of mind there. Ooh, and I suddenly see you. Ooh.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment brought to you by Vistaprint, a small business's best friend. Hey, have you gotten your iPhone cases yet for Vistaprint? You can personalize them. You can put anything on there, your last vacation, your wedding, any personal messages, family photos. Prices as low as $14.99 for your personalized iPhone case, available from Vistaprint.com. Easily design your own iPhone case to match your lifestyle. And if you own a small business, order iPhone cases for you and all of your employees. It is a great way to promote the show that you work on like we do, and also a great way to promote your own business.
I was there last night since I already have multiple iPhone cases from them.
Elvis, all of them Elvis.
I also Duran for the missus. I designed my own business cards again last night. It's so easy.
Does that phone case embarrass you a little bit, the Duran phone case?
If it keeps her happy, I'm happy.
Okay, that's a good
when
answer.
Mrs. Spivak smiles, everybody smiles.
It's a great way to get your company name out there, or even give them away as company gifts, because the holidays are just around the corner.
Hey, it's time to remember your clients.
The possibilities are endless. Vistaprint, affordable quality marketing and printing products for your small business. All iPhone cases, 25% off TMOS listeners, and get free shipping on your entire order if you spend more than $30. Go to Vistaprint.com/TMOS to get this offer. That's Vistaprint.com/TMOS. Total satisfaction is guaranteed. If you're not happy, they'll make it right, no risk. Vistaprint.com/TMOS, and we thank you for that. Speaking of the holidays, this is a special message to all people who are fat.
Yeah.
I would like to tell you, avoid the Costco Superstore at all costs from now until February.
It's a tough thing to go there.
Because Costco, in a certain corner of your big box stores, and this goes probably for all the club stores, the big box
BJ's?
ones. BJ's. That always makes me laugh.
Yeah, well, especially if you buy them in a six-pack.
Welcome to BJ's. You know what happens if you spend over $100? But
it's right by Fox Chase.
They have trotted out the confections and all the stuff that you have in there, and it's just not fair. It's not fair.
You really do feel like it's a blitz. It's a blitz on you, and there's the chocolates are out, the big gift candy things.
It's a blitz.
It is a blitz. It's a sales blitz.
Weak-willed men. Just walk through there and say no.
I did. I did yesterday. I did.
Yeah, but you know what doesn't make it any fun, Dick? How is he weak-willed?
Because I'm fat and he prejudges me.
Yeah, of course. Well, you know what? I think you're great.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
and I know
that
what we do is hard, and he'll never understand it.
I walked in
because he's a dick.
And the thing is, not only, and then I got the waitress treatment from one of the guys that was selling samples.
What was he sampling?
There are 11 people in this corner, all like hovering around, and they're all walking in the same direction. And who does he make eye contact with?
Yeah, you.
Who wants some ravioli?
Oh, and you know ravioli.
Who wants the new mushroom ravioli? Thank you.
Ravioli, this is a different strategy on the sampling because they have to cook it in batches. So what you get are the hens and the men who work an hour a day.
Right.
That are just circling and like waiting to be called into LaGuardia. You're circling the ravioli guy because pretty soon he's going to set out the little Dixie cup and say, "Who wants the ravioli?" It's, "Pee, pee, pee, pee."
Let me
and everyone
explain.
picks it up.
The big box store, though, they set you up for the food because the food is, well, at least in mine, the food is in the back of the store. Yeah. And all the specialty confections are back there. I go to
yours.
And you walk through and you see, start to see the little Christmas decorations.
Yeah, oh, interesting.
You see some, warm coats on the left side. And it's like, oh, it's kind of Christmassy. Isn't this wonderful? Oh, look at that. That is a full Christmas wreath. Isn't that delightful? And then you see all the little toys, because every girl and boy wants a toy.
You know what they're doing? And you know what? I love the way that operation works, but this is what Wegmans does to you, but craftier.
Right.
They've made you walk through the impulse buys to get why you went there. You know what? The furthest thing from the door in any
that
Costco...
Again. That English I did not understand. They make you walk through the impulse buys to get why you went there.
To get to the stuff, the reason you went there.
Well, isn't Wegmans...
The furthest thing from the door of any Costco... Toilet paper, paper towels, sodas, and meats. That's the first.
Oh, that's right. It's like right in the back.
They have a name for that within Costco. I watched a MSNBC.
That is the John Quinones.
Yes,
it's the greatest documentary.
Well,
about how they
call it. They call it the Speedway or something. They actually have a setup, a psychological setup of where they put all the products.
Yeah, it's a map, and they have. I think it's called the racetrack.
Racetrack.
The racetrack is the circle that you will take when you go to.
Absolutely right.
But it doesn't. But you see, Costco.
I feel so plain.
No, Costco.
I feel so plain.
Costco doesn't treat you like a mental patient because you know what? It's laid out and it's consistent. The aisles are parallel, and it's not like Costco. I'm Wegmans rather, where you have to take a real security.
Not a casino. It's not a casino.
Yeah, it's not a casino, but it is set up smart.
Yeah. If you want bottled water, back in the corner.
It's back in the right hand.
Dog food.
So it's really called the racetrack?
Yes.
And so they specifically put those goodies around the perimeter.
They put it there so you pick them up. Impulse buys, right there.
Oh, my God.
The guy who started Costco...
Peppermint chocolate bark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
There.
Thank you very much.
And you know what? You're going to see that stuff on the end caps, too.
I remember
because
walking...
you're going to have to see... You might not go down the aisles, but you're going to see... they'll have an end cap of nuts and syrups.
I walked by it yesterday. I said, not me. I'm going over for a free ravioli sample. Thank you. Well, he didn't.
Were you hungry when you went?
Yeah. It was a little,
that's tough.
Yeah,
that's
it was
tough for anybody.
It was it was the 2-day reaction.
My question for you,
my Sunday night,
is: as you were doing this, did it actually count as Christmas shopping though?
No.
Okay, just checking.
No. You're starting it already?
No. This is the generic one.
Hope you all enjoy a whopping Merry Christmas Day.
Hi there.
It's coming.
Here comes the announcer.
Remember me? Hope you have a Merry Christmas and thanks for listening.
The countdown won't start. It won't start till Thanksgiving, but I just want to make sure you are doing Christmas.
How are you?
I'm
recording this as I'm smoking my cigarette.
The milk is furthest from the front door.
More scotch?
Hey, let me ask you a question, Oscar. Did you audition for our friend Chris Yoko's business thing?
No.
I
shall not.
Chris Yoko pitted us against each other in a voiceover audition.
As soon as he wrote me a text, I said, that's Mike or Rob's gig. That's not my deal.
But he kind of laid it out to all of us there.
Yeah, he does it all the time.
Give us a cold read.
He never gives us the gigs.
He never. So
we all write.
Really?
Remember the last time we did this? Did you do it last time?
Can we get him on the phone?
Probably, yeah.
Let's get him on the phone.
Yeah,
Let's call our business consultant. Mr. Yoko.
I think he just uses us for our talents and always picks somebody else.
Now because we're and Rob, did we send that to him already?
Oh yeah, he's got yours.
He's already got mine after that this morning?
Yeah, and
you did it that quickly?
And I said Pony did it.
Pony, way to go. Thank you, buddy.
I sent mine yesterday.
Can I do my read?
He won't even open it.
Yeah, we'll do your
let's
read
get him
live.
on the phone and then you can read it.
Oh, this could be like a take.
Let's see what's happening.
An actual audition.
Because I think that what it was is our business manager has a voiceover client who wanted us to audition for the commercial that they want to do. So we're very, very excited about this.
Here we go.
I know. Here comes the process. Fingers the size of canoes.
Yeah.
Plus, that's good. He got it. He nailed it. That's good. That's good. He's more deliberate now. He knows he goes at his speed and he takes care. Look at the look on his face.
I love Wednesdays too.
When he dials, anything can happen.
I hope he's there.
Let's see.
Let's see what happens.
You have 10 pieces of copy you want me to read?
Answer your phone!
Maybe he's too busy making money.
Come on. No, that's it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
does he have a voicemail thing on
there? He would
there?
have answered by now.
I hope he's okay. I hope nothing's wrong with him.
Is he still recovering from his surgery?
No, he's fine. He's been working. I talked to him yesterday.
You reached voicemail box of Chris Yoko.
Yeah.
a message, and I'll get
There
back
we go.
Okay, do your read, Oscar.
Hold on.
Mike, we give him a slate.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Oscar Santana, voiceover read, take one.
What do you need to grow your business?
Thank you very much. All right.
That was good. We'll call you.
I thought I was doing well. I didn't.
You did a really nice
stammer.
job. Right, you did a very, very nice job.
Stammer.
So he does send these out all the time, and then we never get the gigs?
I have never. I've done one, and I said, well, the guy that should be doing this is Mike O'Mara.
Well, yeah, I really almost didn't print out the copy for you today, just hoping to increase my chances.
Yeah. So I tap out as soon as I see a CC.
Although the thing is that I think this particular read is catering to a more younger, energetic, social media oriented
Well, I
clientele.
don't work for that.
So
That's
you're
not
going to
me.
scare them with your big voice.
Yeah.
As a
You
matter of
can
fact,
do
didn't
a
I tell
young
you?
voice. You
Didn't
can
I
play
tell you
young.
to sort of because you started with hello?
We can only do the first line because I don't want to give away
You
the
can
copy.
play
here.
young.
All right, here we go.
play young.
Okay.
Do hip.
Okay. All right.
All right, here we go.
3, 2, 1.
So the line is, what do you need to grow your business? That is the line.
3,
Okay.
2, 1.
Okay.
Action.
Yo, bitch. Well, you need to grow your business.
It's not gonna
That was good.
And then here's a really youthful read. This is a youthful read based on commercials that were done in the 1990s and I think into like 2003 by a guy that I thought had a really young appeal.
And you know what about a lot of people? Mike will never brag, but here's something that you need to know. Mike keeps his finger on the pulse of America's youth, and he's a friend to all mankind.
And I know how to sell to them.
Yes, you do.
know how to
Here we
sell.
go.
You jiggy.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. What do you need to grow your business?
Paul Miner from the T. Talbot.
Was that always the oldest sounding guy? He was probably 40 when he started doing those commercials.
Yeah.
I'd like to tell you about the T. Talbot Bond Company. Timmy, how many copiers does your father sell?
He sells 30.
That's right. So call T. Talbot Bond. It's like I never heard an announcer that was
No, it
more.
was
It
ancient.
sounded like he was in a wheelchair with Mr. Potter.
That's
Very,
so
very
much
ancient.
fun.
So
All right,
that-
Rob.
Can you give Rob? Yeah, I wanted to give Rob a shot.
And how do we want to skew? You want to skew young?
Give me a young and hip. Think Richmond.
Richmond?
Because Rob actually gave
All right.
me direction that he said it's kind of a youthful approach. He gave me that direction today.
Well, I think
so
you were a little stilted. I thought you were doing straight announcer, and
Yeah,
you know.
I think you're stilted.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think you're Candy Shell.
Okay,
3,
go ahead.
2, 1. Stilted.
What do you need to grow your business?
And that head nod you do, it creeps me out.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Christmas from WMAL 63 Washington.
Hey,
What do you need to grow your business? How about a big fatty, bitch?
You know what's great is no matter how bad I did, I'll still come in second today.
But you know what? We've got several voiceover talents in this room. But
Oh, I
we
forgot.
We haven't gone to the most important one now.
Yeah, I forgot we have stuff that's yet untapped.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here with his audition for the voiceover. Only the first line, Pony.
That's right.
Pony Boy. Oh, we need his intro music, too.
Please, please.
Hold on a second before we start.
Do you think this is what's going to cinch it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Pony boy,
Audition time.
my pony boy.
My
pony
boy. And one more before he needs to read his copy. Here we go.
It's pony time! Get up!
Narrator. You're on.
What do you need to grow your business?
Don't fake it. You've got some kind of you got some
You
pipes
have
there.
something there.
Yeah.
You've got a try to do it really like your life depended on
And
it.
quit fighting with your teeth. Just get it done.
Don't do a funny read. Try to do like a real Pony. It's between you and George Clooney for the commercial. And we want you to do it just like you're trying to get it. It'll pay you $1 million.
And if you get the commercial, you get to date that girl.
That
you're
blonde,
keeping her
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The guy that you're
Yeah, you
watching.
can do bad things to her.
Or good.
Good as in bad.
The one that you're kitten sitting for.
Yeah, Kittenson. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
What do you need to grow your business?
Watch out! Something's coming, something's coming. What? It's Christmas.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, good. But you know what? We saved the best for last. Oscar should do it again, but really go young.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you know what? He did the straight.
He already did his. On
He
the
didn't,
phone.
but he didn't skew young.
Okay.
That's what we want.
3, 2, 1.
What do you need to grow your business?
Nice job. That's good. I like that.
We couldn't have picked a better time
Now, this is skipping. Rob and I weren't going to talk about this, but I think because we are excited about it, and because the subject of the Manassas Theaters has come up, I think we'll lay this on you right now.
Because you are well known around the ZIT, and we really should patronize the business.
Are we going to promote two events at the same time?
No, this is a teaser. This is not a promotion.
Because this does not take place until the beginning of December.
Okay.
This is our Christmas promotion.
This is our Christmas promotion, and it's not going to work unless not only are you in, but you are in with enthusiasm.
All right, let's figure it out.
And it's going to be hard for you because it's going to be something I don't know, because I think it's something that you might not think is all that valuable.
Okay.
But it's something that we used to do back in the day that Rob and I have done on our own.
Yes, and we enjoy.
One of the things that I was trying to do was I was trying to get involved in a bowling league. Right? You know what what is this music?
I'm trying to figure out music for this promotion. I don't want to go Christmas music because it might alienate half our audience. So I went with the theme to Chinatown.
We are thinking about. I pursued the bowling league. The Cerritos couldn't do it, and then the O'Maras looked at the schedule and they wanted an 18-week commitment.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't. I wouldn't commit to regular bowel movements for 18 weeks.
Mike has had marriages that have lasted less than 18 weeks.
Much that is just to me to have to be there, and I just couldn't make it on time. And so I said, well, listen, it's casual. It's picking up a bowling ball and just heading out. And Rob suggested this actually, that we get involved with the listeners and have an afternoon bowling party with the listeners in December. We do a weekly bowling party with the listeners.
I would say a one-off makes sense. Weekly, too much.
You're so busy.
I know. Yeah, are you scary? That's scary busy? Is that what it is?
Well, no, I live in Washington, D.C.
But you're here.
Where were you driving yesterday? You were driving over to your little headquarters over there doing God knows what.
The Batcave.
Do you remember?
Do you remember the book Tuesdays with Maury? This is of course not.
If you were going to,
This is Tuesdays with O'Mara.
Aren't you there normally? Don't you have to stay in town on Tuesdays?
I do,
anyway?
but I have a ton of other projects I'm working on. I can't commit to another.
That's right.
event.
And you know what this project is? This is a project for this show.
Yes, this is this.
Well,
show.
I would say that
the
idea of us always going out every Tuesday, while I love the listener,
for 1 month,
kind of waters down what we do.
God, and you wrote the book on that
3 times.
No, that's too much.
Twice.
I'll commit to one
twice.
A one-off
hey, you know
bowling party.
Guess what?
Commit to twice.
Guess what? I don't want him.
You don't want him
you
there?
don't want me now?
No, let him have it. Let him have it. You and I'll do it.
You and I'll do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll be there.
Tuesday we'll be there.
fine.
And you know
Pony,
what?
Pony, are you in?
I'm all in.
He's all in. There you go.
You're my guy. You're not their guy.
There you go.
He
You
was
jerk.
your guy.
That's a good
I
thing.
see where you stand.
Really,
Yeah.
would it be that if there was a day, if one was to say a day for you that was the optimal day for you to bowl with the listeners, what day would that be? Why am I even doing this? He's being so difficult.
You know, it'd be great for him. Cinco de Mayo.
I have not just the responsibilities here on the show, which I love and I cherish.
Here we go.
But I have.
You load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Yes, John Henry had a hammer. Oscar Santana working down in the coal mine, getting down there all the time.
Hey, I'm not working in the mines.
Yes,
but I have some other projects I'm working on.
Okay,
that aren't podcasts.
Right.
Yeah. That I've been working on for almost 2 years.
Well, podcasts related to
have
this
nothing
show?
to do with podcasts. Nothing at all.
This is another job that you have where you're trying to be an entrepreneur or something like that?
Trying is the key word right now.
So
keyword.
If you had to pick a day in December, like a 2-day thing, if you were going to make the commitment, what is the best day? What is the best day of the week?
Tuesday.
Tuesdays would
we're
work.
agreed. That's what's best for us.
We're thinking, you know what it is? It's 12:30, 1 o'clock?
Exactly.
And it's an hour.
It's like a lunch.
Tops.
It's like a lunch
It's
thing.
a lunch.
If it's a lunch thing, I'm in.
For Oscar.
Oscar Santana.
People say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood.
The way he perceives his world.
Muscle and blood and skin and bones.
This is Oscar.
A mind that's weak
Here we go.
and a back that's strong. You
Load 16 tons. What do you get?
Another day older and deeper in debt. Saint
Oscar
Peter,
C.
don't you
Williams.
call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
All right, enough of that. So I think it'll be fun. We're gonna do this.
I'm in.
We will look at a calendar. We will not make an announcement until after our live show, and then we will figure out exactly when we're going to do it because it was fun and it's fun. It's a great winter activity.
Think about all the cardio.
Oh, you know what? It's always that with you.
And
What if we did
another
it in
fat joke? I hate you on Wednesday. I really do.
What if we did it in addition to our cardio, Dick?
Oscar buys the snacks the first
I love
time.
it.
Yeah, you know what?
I will.
Now listen,
You know what? He's souring it.
everything I've said
You're
about
ruining it.
I'm not ruining it.
You are.
Do you have a ball? Do you still have
Of
your
course.
ball from when we bowled?
Yeah, and my shoes.
Pony, do you have your own bowling ball?
I don't.
You don't.
Let's get him one.
I will get Pony a bowling ball.
We'll go to that place.
We'll go to the new place
and drop off a card.
Although they were difficult.
How?
Carla and I went in there because Carla wants to do the bowling too. Carla's going to be coming out too.
Yeah.
She said she would make the time from her schedule, bring little Mike, and hang out at the bowling alley, and we would hang out. Because there's nothing. Yeah, right. You're in.
Little Mike's going to be there. I'll watch Little Mike.
You ass won't make the first one. I know that. There'll be something.
I will.
Evan wants me to go.
No, he'll be at the second one, and he'll be late.
Whatever.
That's great. Let's get him a bowling
Todd
shirt.
has got TM Soft is doing the rollout for the thing. We gotta go there.
What if we got
Is that what I sound like in your head? Oh, man, that sucks.
It's more like.
What if we bought him?
Are you up? All right. Anyway.
What if we bought him a really tiny bowling shirt? Like a tight bowling shirt.
Hey.
Yeah, that'd be
I
good.
crossed the line.
A medium.
That's too funny. We'll take a break. We will come back with news you may not need on the Mike O'Mara Show right after this. Everybody. Chuck Berry. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by FanDuel. A very, very tragic move this week on the show is Mike O'Mara will be reviewing FanDuel's procedures and style and everything else with Josh Murphy, my general manager.
Do you think Josh
before I cut him loose?
Will Josh be welcome to come to bowling?
Yes, he will be.
No, he won't.
Yeah, he can come.
Really?
Yeah, he can come to bowling.
He can have his own lane.
I just want him to start players that will get me some points.
I understand.
And he's made some very, very bad errors in judgment. But that's not why I'm here talking about FanDuel. I'm telling them the people like my friend Buddy that actually won $248 or some great number like that. 1 week fantasy football leagues for real money, immediate weekly cash payouts with no waiting, no upfront fees, and no season-long commitments. FanDuel rocks. I love it. You get to pay attention to the NFL, or you could do it with the NHL as well. FanDuel has fantasy leagues in all the different sports. Go to FanDuel.com, click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner, use the code TMOS, and sign up today. This is what news users are going to get. The first 200 listeners to sign up will have their deposit matched up to $200, but you have to enter my code TMOS when you join. FanDuel, you ready for this? Has paid out over $135 million.
That's a lot of money.
FanDuel.com, where every week is a new season. That's FanDuel.com. Use my code TMOS and sign up today. And you know what?
What?
I welcome you FanDuel players to gloat and share your success stories with me, because my general manager has not been successful for me.
As a matter of fact, hold a mirror under his nose.
Right.
Make sure he's still with us.
But, I love the website. I love FanDuel.com. But I am going to tell you the truth as to whether I'm winning or losing. And I bragged at the beginning of the season until Josh started going, we can start this quarterback who will give you 5 points, and that's going to be really good for you. Is your team winning on FanDuel?
My team is not doing that well.
Okay, we both have to pick it up.
How about
Oscar's team
this week? We both pick.
Let's both pick our own line and see how we do.
Done deal.
But I need Josh to get in here.
Oscar won't
That's
pick.
it. What's that?
He won't pick.
No, I'll pick.
Thank you. We'll try it. Let's see what happens.
I like to beat Mike.
From around the globe, across the nation, looking through your neighbor's window, the Mike O'Mara Show now presents news you may not need. A comprehensive look at the stories you may or may not be talking about during your daily activity. And now, news you may not need.
The Obama administration's website.
I'm with
Thank you very much.
Well
All right. That's true. Look, the bottom line, it's the same old story. They're appealing to people on Congress, in Wall Street, and all that to help them with the rollout and be patient. Well, you know what? Americans are not patient people, and you screwed it, and you got to fix it, and you got to fix it sooner than later. Damn it!
I have a joke about that. I'll tell you after the show.
I'm looking forward to that.
That'll be good.
Controversial Democrat Alan Grayson has set off a flurry of criticism from conservatives after the Florida congressman sent out a fundraising email to supporters in which he compared the Tea Party to the Ku Klux Klan. I've seen this guy. I think he's been on Real Time with Bill Maher.
Right. Is he one of the Flying Graysons?
he is somebody that is very outspoken and kind of shoots from the hip. Grayson's original comments came during a recent appearance on MSNBC's Politics Nation with Al Sharpton, a show that I never miss.
You know what? That's really, I like that and Sábado Gigante. These are great variety shows.
Don Francisco.
Grayson was discussing the Tea Party's influence on the Republican Party when he said, "At this point, the Tea Party is no more popular than the Klan." And rather than shy away from that comment, Grayson included them in bold letters on his website with the quote taking readers directly to a fundraising page for his re-election campaign.
Did he spell
Not cool.
Well, maybe if he spelled Klan with a C.
Klan. Kooky Klan. Grayson's fundraising page includes the image of a burning cross.
Oh my
God.
God.
He's going a little too far.
Okay, that's okay. Now he's eliminated all doubt. Now.
It uses the cross as the letter T and spells out Tea Party in flaming letters.
I must be really good at Photoshop.
Maybe a little overstated, perhaps.
That's like Dead Mouse 5.
The parents of a 12-year-old boy who shot and killed a teacher and wounded 2 classmates before taking his own life at a Sparks, Nevada middle school may face charges if it's determined that the gun used in the shooting came from their home. A Ruger 9mm semi-automatic handgun was used in the shooting. Authorities suspect the gun came from the boy's home, but are still investigating the matter. I would think, being 12, that it probably did. It wasn't his.
In broad strokes, how do you feel about that? Parents being held accountable for a child going off the
anything. This is the way I look at it. I don't get into the whole gun debate. I'm not going to go there because it's not productive.
Okay.
Anything that will reduce a future incident from happening, make parents be more mindful of where
Setting
they're
an
keeping their
example.
guns.
That's
Sure.
I agree.
Or
Set an
not having
example.
them in the house at all.
Yeah.
Sparks Deputy Police Chief Tom Miller said if the gun did come from the parents' home, it will fall to a local prosecutor to decide whether to press charges. Nevada is one of 12 states that has a child access prevention law, which prohibits only intentional, knowing, or reckless provision of firearms to minors. That's a little legalese for me. Even if the boy's parents don't face criminal charges as a result of the shooting, they could face civil charges in this, and it's just a tragedy. Once again, to all the people, a lot of people listen to this show out in Sparks, Nevada, and we really want to send out our prayers out there.
I wonder if it would be as effective if, without any sort of civil punishment, just to make an example in the public eye of the parents, because that is an embarrassment as far as parents.
Yeah, and I'd say the odds are overwhelming. That's probably where he got the gun from his family. That's
well,
the way
I
that
almost have to
normally goes down. This is something I've been wanting to talk about for a long time. You guys are familiar with the oarfish.
Oh, yeah.
The giant snake-like sea creatures.
It does sex for money?
No.
Oh, that's a whorefish.
Whorefish.
I'm sorry.
They have washed ashore in California in the last 2 weeks. I knew there was a reason why I was paying attention to this, not just because they're goofy, silly, slimy-looking fish. This is the reason, okay? I have my answer.
Yes.
I'm walking on air. Yes. While their appearance may conjure thoughts of mythical sea creatures, another legend suggests that their death could actually spell disaster. If Japanese stories are to be believed,
they always are.
The aquatic giants, which usually live more than 3,000 feet below the surface, can you imagine that, 3,000 feet down there, and away from human eyes, come up to the surface and beach themselves as a pre-earthquake warning bell.
Wow, you know who else does that? Is Melissa McCarthy.
I love her. She makes me laugh always.
Yeah.
She does.
You just sound like Ron Burgundy.
I like her always. And I'm all things Ron Burgundy. Ben & Jerry's came out with a new flavor.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Scotchy Scotch.
It's going to be so great.
Shannon and I were LOLing at your page. Scotch.
Scotchy Scotch. It's butterscotch, don't you know? Here's the example.
Maybe when Oscar comes to bowling, we can all swap Anchorman quotes.
Listen to this, right? According to several reports, in the months after the 8.8 magnitude quake in Chile in 2010 and a year before the giant 2011 tremor that rocked Japan, several oarfish called messengers from the sea god's palace in Japanese were either beached or caught near the quake's epicenter.
Oh,
it's a precursor. Okay, now we're going to laugh all the way until California gets
Cali?
the big one.
No.
Yeah.
Just keep your eyes on it. I said it right here. I want you to know that, okay?
Any oarfish in the Potomac?
No, I don't
Then get
believe
back
so.
to me.
They have oarfish in the Potomac.
Yeah, you bet they do.
I like lamp.
I like lamp. There you go, Steve Carell. Britain's 3-month-old future monarch Prince George was to be christened Wednesday with water from the River Jordan at a rare. Yeah, why are you booing him? He will be christened by the Archbishop of Canterbury.
Yeah.
Justin Welby. Can you sound any more waspy British than that?
Justin?
Hello, I'm the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby.
They'll be at the
Chapel Royal at St. James Palace.
The infant will wear a replica of an intricate lace and satin christening gown
Made for Queen Victoria's eldest daughter and first used in 1841.
Wow.
And you know what the O'Maras haven't done?
What?
We haven't settled on where we're going to get our little guy christened. We don't know yet.
And who's going to be the godfather?
We haven't decided that too. Yeah, Oscar, you're in the lead. No question about
I'm
that.
responsible.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you did good with the cat.
Sean Penn presented the Hollywood Supporting Actress Award to Julia Roberts.
I'm glad you have I have this too. This is
Do you have
weird.
the actual audio?
I
We'll
do.
save it for the audio
Okay,
ball.
because I want you to hear it.
Sean Penn said some very interesting things about Julia Roberts eating, food in her teeth, and the book on Sean is that he was drunk.
Oh, God, yeah.
So we're not sure whether that's true or
I'd
not.
say drunk would be giving him all the best of it.
Rob will have that in the ball. Jessica Lange said...
Guilty.
She's had a career resurgence on the show American Horror Story. She says she is planning on leaving after one more season because she's preparing to retire from acting. And I think that's a bummer because I think she's really good in that
She
show.
wants to spend more time with her son, Tommy.
Tommy Lang.
I wish to retire from acting so I could be with my Iowa son, Tommy. Tommy Lang. And now a little something.
Yeah.
This one fell into my lap today, and I'm stunned because it comes from a town that I know well.
Really?
Why spend the energy to punish your own kids when you could just kick back on the couch while the cops do it for you? I'm sure the police don't have anything better to do. Earlier this month, a couple in Glastonbury, Connecticut,
Your hometown,
went away for the weekend and left their 15 and 16-year-old daughters home alone. The girls threw fairly tame parties every night, with only about 15 to 20 kids there. But when the parents came home early and found their daughters having a party, they decided to teach them a lesson by calling the cops.
Okay, I can see this.
As anyone, as annoying as that sounds for the cops, a spokesman from the Glastonbury Police Department.
Yes.
I was in that jail one time.
Now you see, only once.
The parents, only once, says the parents, quote, did the right thing. The girls were both arrested for allowing a minor to possess alcohol. Okay. There's no word on the sentence they might be facing, but we'd guess community service. And incidentally, this is an old story. This is the story is not with girls. It's a story from 1976, and the parents' names Bill and Mary O'Mara. There we go. That's right. They called the cops of it. My parents went out to dinner one night.
Yes.
I had 110 kids at my house.
Too many.
Yeah, too many. Not happy.
No.
Nor were the neighbors.
No.
But I said, S&D! We'll take a break, come back with more. The Audio Vault and Rob Spiewak right after this, everybody. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. We talk about it all the time, but this is the time it really counts. Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Really, Amazon has been cited by all of these talking heads recently as a great example of how efficiently the Internet can work if it's done right. And we are delighted to have the Amazon page at MikeO'MaraShow.com. It's the one place to go for everything you need. Halloween, Rob, we need more stuff.
You got it.
Yes, absolutely. The only thing you'll have to provide is the fun at Amazon. It's a great way to shop, and it helps the show immeasurably. If you need it, Amazon has it. Always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. And don't forget, the best place for all your office supplies, too. Today and every day, save money. Support this show.
Please.
Click our Amazon link at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And don't be afraid to bookmark it. And also don't be afraid to send me the stuff you get on Amazon. And I might read your name on the show and share with everybody what you've gotten on Amazon. We thank you in advance. Let's open up the Audio Vault for Wednesday, October 23rd, 2013.
You already teased this because a lot of people don't know. Mike and I spent hours preparing the show and coordinating our presentation.
Yes, we do.
This was the Hollywood Film Awards, and Julia Roberts got an award. Sean Penn made the presentation. He is aging. You know who he kind of looks like now is Woody Allen.
Okay.
He's very skinny. He's wearing glasses, and his hair's messed up.
He's usually been a pretty cut guy. Guy works out a lot.
Well, he didn't look all that great, and I think perhaps a little thirsty.
Okay.
Here he is talking about Julia Roberts, and the thing is, he appeared to be working from a script, so I think these were prepared remarks, which makes it all the more weird.
One of a select group of actresses who can make on-screen eating sexy. I could watch her eat for hours on end, even if the food got stuck in her teeth. I want her to make an eating movie.
Okay, that's fair.
In 3D, but with the interactive supplies not only to include the 3D glasses, but also a virtual toothpick with which I could collect souvenirs correcting my insomnia with the comfort of those virtual morsels tucked cozily beneath my pillow.
What?
How great would it be
All right.
to sit there watching
Hold it. Stop.
Julia Roberts?
Okay, weak material to start. Look, started out
It's a
strong.
ramble. No, it didn't even start. It was a ramble. Is
It
what
just
it is.
gets rambling, and it's just because of the delivery, and it's Sean Penn.
Scotchy,
and-
scotch.
Scotchy, scotch. That's uncomfortable, man.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Movie.
terrible.
Eating in 3D. She's eating corn on the cob, and then something gets stuck.
Sean.
You could take your virtual toothpick and say, I got that, babe. Personal fantasy.
Sean, get off
Okay,
this.
and
Okay.
that's just a piece of it. So
Wow.
he went on and on.
Oh, that's nasty.
You know who had a better line that night was Robert Downey Jr. Not sure why he went here, but he was doing another presentation same night, the Hollywood Film Awards, and a dig at, you might not know this, you know actor Jared Leto?
Yeah.
He grew up in McLean. He was actually in my 8th grade class.
I didn't know that.
In McLean, Virginia, yeah.
Dreamboat.
Yeah, he's gorgeous. He was a short pipsqueak at the time. But here's Robert Downey Jr. mentioning Jared Leto.
Greta Garbo, Grace Kelly, Faye Dunaway, Charlize Theron, Jared Leto. All arguably the most beautiful actresses of their generation.
There's Oscar's Dreamboat.
Yeah, he's a good-looking man.
Yeah.
Jared Leto, classmate of Rob Spiewak. What happened? All right.
We both grew out our hair since then.
That's great.
He was kind of an ass.
Of course he was. You traveled in different circles, did you?
A little bit.
Okay.
I remember him wearing a lot of denim. Graham Nash is a very, very funny rock and roller. And also, a member of the Hollies. He was, of course, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. And when Neil Young put out the album...
The only member of that group, incidentally, that wasn't a real dick.
Oh, no, he's great.
Graham Nash, really the nice guy. Stephen Stills, prickly.
Yeah.
David Crosby, out of it all the time.
But great as the Cowardly Lion.
Neil Young, terrifying.
And I'm glad you bring up Neil Young. I didn't realize that Neil Young's album Harvest was the biggest selling LP of 1972.
That's not the title of the album.
What is it called?
Harvest.
Exactly.
Do you know who put them together?
What?
Mama Cass.
Yep, she knew that their harmonies would work.
Yes.
Trivia question: how did Mama Cass die?
Ham sandwich.
Oh, yeah! Way to go. That's good. That's good. That's a good call. I like that.
It's not true, but it's the correct
Is
answer.
it really not true?
There was a sandwich by her, but she died of heart failure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's all right, but I'll accept
funny.
both answers. Heart failure is not funny.
That's not funny.
No. Although, I will tell you this. Is right after Mama Cass died, huge earthquake.
She hocked up a ham sandwich and an oarfish.
Okay, so Harvest, a legendary rock and roll album, and when Neil Young was putting it out, he was proud of it, and he brought Graham Nash to his home to listen to it.
Okay.
This is a genuinely funny story. If you think Neil Young is sane, listen to this story from Graham Nash.
I was at Neil's ranch one day, and he has a beautiful lake. And he asked me if I wanted to hear his new album, Harvest. And I said, sure, let's go into the studio and listen. Oh, no, that's not what Neil had in mind. He said, get into the rowboat. I said, get into the rowboat. He said, yeah, we're going to go out into the middle of the lake. Now, I think he's got a little cassette player with him or a little, early digital format player, so I'm thinking I'm going to wear headphones and listen. Oh, no. He has his entire house as the left speaker and his entire barn as the right speaker. And I heard Harvest coming out of these two incredibly large speakers, louder than hell. It was unbelievable. Elliot Mazer, who produced Neil, came down to the shore of the lake and he shouted out to Neil, "How was that, Neil?" And I swear to God, Neil Young shouted back, "More barn." Neil is a very strange guy.
I know that was a long
great,
tape,
worth it.
but so great.
Phenomenal story.
More barn.
More barn.
Talking music. Can you name this singer, Mike?
It's a long day.
I know that. It's Katie Seagal.
It is, and she has an album dropping.
I know Katie Seagal's voice right away.
Wow.
From when I did the interview, and she talked about her singing career, and I've been a fan of. I love her singing voice. Absolutely love it.
I just hope that while she's singing, she's dressed like Peg Bundy.
I hope she's dressed like Gemma from Sons of Anarchy.
You like her in that movie?
Sons of Anarchy. I was going to mention it on the show today. I'm back into it a little bit. It's actually a lot of good plot stuff, and it's actually fun to watch.
One of her late husbands, you know how he died, right?
No.
Stepping out of a helicopter.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
The prop hit him, and he died
Was
instantly.
he jumping out of a
No,
helicopter?
he was stepping. He was like a businessman stepping out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, freak accident.
That she is really. She was very gracious when I got a chance, luckily, to interview her, and she really is. She's great on that show, and she's in big trouble now.
All right, and we close. Jimmy Kimmel had a good get last night. Al Gore, and asked Al Gore if it's true that he's as boring as people say he is.
You were the stiff guy, the boring guy. Yeah. Are you boring? Are you stiff?
Let me think about that. There were so many lines back then. One of them was, how do you tell Al Gore from a room full of Secret Service agents he's the stiff one? Another one was, Al Gore is so boring, his Secret Service code name is Al Gore.
That's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
That's it. We got to get out of here. For all technical support questions regarding the Mike O'Mara Show, please contact our man, Matthew Bloom, Ponyboy, at MikeO'MaraShow.com. He did that to get the reaction you just gave me, Pony. Yes, Matthew was standing by to take all of your questions. Ponyboy at MikeO'MaraShow.com. All correspondence for our show can be sent to TMOS, Post Office Box 3, Manassas, Virginia 20108. And remember, the official TMOS eVoice line is open all the time at 800-440-8167. We'll see you tomorrow with a brand new show. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Visit LegalZoom.com to save on legal needs like wills for $69, LLCs for $99 plus filing fees, and also get access to a network of legal plan attorneys for guidance. LegalZoom is not a law firm but provides self-help services at your specific direction. Visit LegalZoom.com by clicking the banner on our website. That's MikeO'MaraShow.com and click the LegalZoom banner.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.